Hello to all of you, our viewers. Welcome to this edition of the news. My name is Serge Nhore. We welcome you, and let us begin with the headlines. The Director General of the World Health Organization has applauded the government of Rwanda for its role in effectively managing and curbing the spread of the Marburg virus outbreak. The Rwanda Mountain Gorilla Rally has come to an end, with Kenyan and Ugandan drivers giving KCB all three spots on the podium. Now the details. Thank you again for joining us. Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, Director General of the World Health Organization, has applauded the government of Rwanda for its role in effectively managing and curbing the spread of the Marburg virus outbreak. This was reiterated in a press conference on the Marburg virus outbreak. We have the details with Adams Kwizera.
Marburg virus outbreak for nearly a month. And over the last 6 days, the country has seen a significant reduction in cases, with no new cases or deaths reported. According to the Minister of Health, Dr. Sabin Nsanzimana, noted on the recent steps made in fighting against Marburg virus, offers hope for quick containment.
We wish this continues, but even if we had one case, for us is an opportunity to continue to trace every single contact and case before we put final end to this outbreak. So as you can see, we've done a lot of testing, more than 4,700. This using PCR is not an easy procedure, but we've always upgrading our lab capacity in every province. We have a lab doing these tests. We've seen a trend of recoveries that was actually better than what was predicted, which is something also to highlight with the healthcare workers doing a great job to make sure every single life can be saved. I'll be showing some of the latest news about case management.
In a press briefing on Marburg virus outbreak that took place on this Sunday, Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, Director General of the World Health Organization (WHO), appreciated the government of Rwanda for its role in effectively managing and curbing the spread of the Marburg virus outbreak.
The knowledge he has about what's happening and the measures they're taking is heartwarming. He's on top of it, and I was so glad, because in emergencies like this, in outbreaks like this, the role of the top leadership is very important. But not only that, the way they moved fast as soon as the first case was reported was really fast. For instance, therapeutics started within days, actually. Imagine the logistics of having the therapeutics and start using it. And vaccines, I think, within a week. And all the approvals and so on expedited. That's leadership again. So the response was fast.
Dr. Tedros also reflected on Rwanda's efforts to strengthen its health system and critical care capacity, but also noted that WHO will continue to collaborate with Rwanda in curbing this virus.
This reflects the work Rwanda has done over many years to strengthen its health system, to develop capacities for critical care and life support that can be deployed both in regular hospital care and in emergencies. And I have heard this not only from local doctors, but also from foreign nationals who are serving in the treatment center and other facilities in Rwanda.
Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus reaffirmed on the organization's stance, advising against travel and trade restrictions to Rwanda. He also urged countries that impose such restrictions to lift them, noting that these restrictions could negatively impact Rwanda's economy.
And that's why I said the travel restrictions, WHO's advice is against it, and there should not be travel restrictions. And especially when you have a government, a country that's taking responsibility, it's good to encourage rather than try to take those measures that doesn't help.
2 Marburg virus patients in Rwanda were successfully taken off mechanical ventilation after more than 10 days of care from the country's multidisciplinary clinical team. Dr. Sabine Sansimana affirms that this is a crucial step towards ending this Marburg virus.
We've acquired, including vaccination, which came very quickly. It's rapid access and deployment of this vaccine that is one of the factors that we are seeing rapid containment of the virus. We've been vaccinating the healthcare workers at the front line, the contacts of cases, and this also reassured those who are at service, but those who have been in contact, that you're not going to get the virus. At least you have another level of protection. So we have reached more than 1,000 people receiving this vaccination. And we thank all our partners who have contributed to this effort. And they are here in the room, so we want also to appreciate your support. And when time comes, you may also make some comment on this. And so far, the uptake and the follow-up on any adverse events is going well. And we believe that is also a great contribution to what we can do when an outbreak happens.
The second question, Doctor. We saw you visited the BioNTech plant. During his visit in Rwanda, Dr. Tedros also visited BioNTech plant in Kigali, whereas he emphasized that in addition to producing vaccines, the plant will also play a significant role in creating jobs and contributing to the growth of continent's economy.
And I hope it will be more competitive. Not only vaccine production, it will also create jobs. It will contribute to the economy. By the way, we should not see it as part of just producing vaccines only. It also brings opportunities, economic opportunities, creates jobs and improves the economy. So we should see that. And the commitment from the government to produce vaccines, from my exchanges, including with the president and minister, is exactly that. It's as part of the economic development. It's not just producing vaccines for the case of producing vaccines or just only to address the equity issue. It's more than that. And I'm glad it's, that's the basic principle. And I hope this will contribute to vaccine equity in the future, but we have other initiatives as well.
The Ministry of Health highlighted a 50% reduction in the third week, signaled progress, with infections now down by 92%, while 1,070 people have received vaccines. Adam Squizera, RwandaTV News.
Small-scale farmers here in Rwanda are switching their cattle breeding methods from traditional to more modern ones that are far more productive. This with the help of non-governmental organizations, ensuring their support towards achieving the aims of the National Strategy for Transformation, that being the second phase of the strategy. We have more with Prince Manzi.
These are some of the farmers who switched their cattle breeding to Jersey cows, which are more productive. We get 10 liters in the morning and 6 liters in the evening. I have a child in Ruhengeri whom I pay 100,000 for fees, all from this cow. The other children are driven to school by motorists whom I pay 30,000 per month. In Rwanda, cows account for 1.5 million, with 452,000 of them provided through the Giringa program. The Ripple Effect Country Director, Laurent Munyankusi, affirms that in the previous NST1, 40,000 cattle breeds were switched to Jersey, and in the first 3 years of the NST2, 80,000 cows will be switched.
Observing that most of the farmers have been getting the cows in the communities, but mainly the crossbreed of Frisian and local cows, or Frisian, these kind of big cows that normally consume a lot of grasses, a lot of fodder. But the farmers having small plots of land, majority of the farmers, we found that they are unable to feed them properly. And you find that a cow that could be providing 30 liters of milk per day or 20 liters of milk per day is only producing either 2 liters or 3 liters or even 1 liter. And we came up with this, we have been discussing to find a way, how can we support these poor and rural farmers. That's how we got to the Jersey cows as a small dairy cow that a small farmer can be able to manage, because it consumes less fodder, it's more resistant to the diseases, but also easier to manage in our context. And since 2017, 2018, we've been promoting the Jersey breed for smallholder farmers to be able to transform the way they do their breeding.
Theonest Murangira of the Rwanda Civil Society platform stressed on their plans in the coming NST2.
We have many organizations that are members of the Rwanda Civil Society platform, and we have many organizations that are directly involved in the agriculture sector, and they are working in different areas, improving production and productivity, improving the quality of the seeds the farmers receive, but also advocating for financial services to the farming sector as well. So we are working on those different fronts as far as farming and the agriculture sector in general is concerned.
In the past 7 years, the milk production increased from 776 million litres in 2017 to 1 billion annually. Milk dairies rose from 56 to 130. This year, the Royal Jersey Agricultural and Horticultural Society introduced 300 Jersey embryos, and are being introduced in traditional cows. The Deputy Director General in charge of Animal Resources Development at the Rwanda Agriculture and Animal Resources Development Board, Dr. Solange Wituze, affirms that this embryo transfer process is a solution to increasing livestock produce. For this embryo transfer, instead of importing a whole cow from South Africa or Germany, one can bring more embryos and be transferred here, and it is better than the other way around. And it will be easy for these cows to adapt as they will be here but with the genes we usually imported. In the second National Strategy for Transformation NST2, the agriculture sector will have over 6% annual growth, with the produce exceeding 50%.
Thank you, Prince Manzi, for that report. Now, the Rwanda National Police has urged those called border monitors working in the border sectors of Nyagatare district to be vigilant in preventing smugglers from trafficking drugs, particularly illegal alcohol from neighboring countries. This was convened during a meeting between the border monitors and the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of operations, CP Vincent Sano, along with other officials. The border monitors met with the officials in the sectors of Karama, Rwempasha and Matimba in a discussion aimed at finding solutions to challenges in securing the border crossing points. CP Vincent Sano praised the work of the border monitors but urged them not to deviate from their duties, noting that some had failed to uphold their responsibilities. In Nyagatare district, 100 illegal crossing points have been discovered in 6 border sectors, which the border monitors are tasked with guarding. Although smugglers have changed their tactics, the security monitors remain vigilant. The Rwanda National Police assured the border monitors of their continued support and encouraged them to keep collaborating with security agencies in sharing information. Currently, Nyagatare district has more than 600 border monitors working in sectors near the border. These monitors receive a monthly allowance, and the governor of the Eastern Province, Prudence Ruwingisha, promised to provide them with additional equipment to enhance their performance. From July to September 2024, Nyagatare district recorded 262 cases related to drug trafficking and consumption, mainly involving the illegal brew known as Kanyanga, which has also contributed to other crimes such as assault that are prevalent in the district. Residents of the district were also reminded to disregard rumors aimed at disrupting security. The Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Resources is advising farmers to cultivate crops suitable for the soil in their respective areas, as research has been conducted across the country to identify the appropriate seeds based on the local soil conditions. In the current 2025A planting season, some regions of the country where rain started early have farmers who have already planted seeds and are now at the stage of weeding as the crops have sprouted. However, in parts of the Eastern Province, the rain was delayed and fell unevenly across the region. Farmers in this area say that once the rain began, they quickly sought out chemical and organic fertilizers along with seeds and started planting. However, they admit that they did not give priority to choosing seeds suitable for their soil, as they typically plant whatever is available, which they acknowledge negatively affects their yields. The Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Resources highlighted that soil testing has been conducted across the country and the seeds being distributed are tailored to the specific areas where they are most suitable. The Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Dr. Olivier Kamana, has urged agronomists to continue working closely with farmers, guiding them to selecting seeds appropriate for their soil. For the 2025A planting season, selected crops including maize, beans, potatoes, rice, sweet potatoes, cassava, wheat, vegetables and others have been selected. All these crops are planted based on the soil characteristics of the regions where they grow best. Now to the southern province in Hue district, where the VUP loan provided to vulnerable people is one of the ways that can help rural women escape poverty, as has been demonstrated by one Ruth Mukandarutse, a resident of Mukura sector in Hue district. Starting with a loan of just 100,000 Rwandan francs from the VUP program, she purchased a sewing machine and today is an entrepreneur bidding for contracts to sew uniforms for schools and other institutions. Operating in Bukome Cell, Ruth has brought together local women, teaching them the craft of sewing. Currently, she owns 4 sewing machines, all thanks to the loan she originally received from the VUP back in 2021. The women she has trained in sewing have formed an association, and the initiative has significantly improved their livelihoods. The Executive Secretary of Mukura sector has explained that compared to previous years, more women are gaining the confidence to request and effectively use VUP loans. Last year in Mukura sector, out of 90 people who received the loans, 40% were women, amounting to 36 beneficiaries. And now to sporting news. The Rwanda Mountain Gorilla Rally has come to an end, with Kenyan and Ugandan drivers giving KCB a dream result of all 3 positions on the podium. We have the details with William Evans Mutabazi.
Congratulations. Flagged off on Friday with an entertaining super stage, these competitions have come to an end today with Patel's commanding lead that never faltered. He dominated every stretch of the course to the last day, with his monster Skoda Fabia R5, leaving both the fans and contenders choking on his dust.
Obviously it's a win for us, so it's another win under the belt. It's a hat-trick for us in Rwanda, so it helps us in our record to keep on winning the Rwanda Gorilla Rally, Mountain Gorilla Rally. But like I said, we didn't fight so hard for this, so we are not going to celebrate so much for this win, because it's only fair that you acknowledge that we did have something much faster than the rest. But it's not been like that. The last 2 years we have been fighting for the win. And yeah, so like I said, next year hopefully the win will be very sweet.
In second position, Mukula Mike Jr. from Uganda says that the Rwandan team gave him quite a challenge and the competition was stiff, irrespective of his team having had several successes.
The competition was really good. It was very stiff. We had to battle against the likes of an R5, Karan Patel, who's an exceptional driver. The Rwandese competition was something else. Man, guys are fast here, eh? But yeah, we try to put up a good fight. Yeah, I would like to say our team has had, by the grace of God, we've had a lot of success. So no, it's not our first time to be second. We have typically always been successful. We've always won. And I think MR is an success. But all this is all down to the grace of God.
Rwandan teams who participated in this competition say that as a team, they're capable of doing much better if they leveled up their cars and practice.
Coming fourth definitely is worth celebrating. Behind us, we have WRC cars, the Rally 2. So we took too much risks. And it is true, we need to level up a little bit and have better machines so that we can be more competitive in the region and of course in Africa. All in all, our aim was top 8, now we are top 4. And we are leading the Rwandan Championship. We are now the Rwandan champions of 2024. So we are happy.
I would say that the first thing that we wanted to see is it really possible? Can we really race? And yes, it's possible. Yes, we can be the African champions. Yes, we can go on the WRC World Rally Championship. Yes, it's possible. But we need training and we need a brand new car. Yes, that's what I would say.
These crews managed to scoop a number of awards in this competition, even when they faced several challenges. The Ministry of Sports celebrated the Rwandan performance and applauded Rwanda Automobile Club, which is the organizing team for this competition, for holding such a successful event. To the fans, the 3-day race turned into a celebration of speed and skill, especially from Patel, who at one point covered a total of 127.4 kilometers in a record time of 11 minutes, 32 seconds and 2 microseconds, eclipsing the entire competition. William Evans, Mutabazi, RwandaTV News.
As always, I'm glad you were able to join us. I hope I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.